Feyenoord playing against Fortuna in the blue. Contrary to PSV, Feyenoord had a dreadful start to this game. When Jeffrey went through, even though the Feyenoord players were appealing for offside, and scored in only 2 minutes in Rotterdam. He kept his head, didn't bother about the howls behind him by the Feyenoord defense, and nutmegged the goalkeeper. Only one way to come back from that if they want to win the championship. Long ball forward. And as it put inside here, up comes Sanchez to make it 1 each. Feyenoord were worse off in goal difference before this game by 26 goals on PSV. The ball well taken by Sanchez. Fortuna came back though. This time the ball played to the outside, and watch Poi coming in here, comes into the center and puts it away to make it 2-1. And all against the run of the play, they had got in front. Again, a strong fight back. Ball going to the edge of the penalty area, picked up by Vos, and right on the stroke of half-time, Feyenoord had equalized. Feyenoord finding it hard going in this game against Fortuna in 10th place. But that was simply a precursor to another fight back by Fortuna. Into the second half, some bad passing in defense. The ball picked up by Jeffrey, beating the advancing goalkeeper. His second goal of the game in 50 minutes, and the visitors were 3-2 up. Free kick this time, and Sanchez trying to poke it over, is pulled down. Penalty kick. Free kick taken there by Ronald Koeman. And watch Sanchez here going for it. As the ball comes off the post. No question about that. And the great Ronald Koeman, in his last season, coming up to take this penalty. Goalkeeper guessed correctly, but he's one of the best strikers of a dead ball in any position. So 3-3 at that stage in the 64th minute, and then persistent attacking gives Sanchez, who'd been at the center of that penalty incident, the opportunity to put them 4-3 up. 11 minutes of the game remaining. Nicely balanced goal, going one way then the other. The trouble is, Feyenoord seem to have been shot through with nerves. Ball comes through to Rickson with the head. So 6 minutes from the end, a real 8-goal thriller, 4 each the final score. Final goal by Rickson. Ajax out of league contention, of course, but heading for Juventus in the Champions League semi-final. 2-1 down, and Louis van Gaal, having announced he's off to Barcelona, scoring a goal, though, from the centre by Ronald de Boer, onto the head of Winston Bogarde, the man who'd had a terrible row with Van Gaal and walked out of the team before, there he is, before the last European game against Atletico Madrid. Now back in favor again as Ajax turned on the style And the Portuguese international, Danny, scoring the second goal. Ball just touched forward again by Ronald de Boer. Ajax in very fine form at this stage and worrying more about the Champions League than the league. And once again, as Frank de Boer put that forward, Winston Bogarde. The first time he scored a double in a Dutch league game. Frank de Boer with the centre this time in the second half. Onto the head of Danny, onto the foot of Ronald de Boer, and that made it 4-0. And that cacophony of music that erupts in the arena nowadays, backing up Ajax. The attack again, Babangida with that tremendous pace of his, onto Masampa, 5-0. Irresistible form, superb stuff, but will it last all the way through to Juventus? So the Dutch league, very significant two results there at the top. PSV and Feyenoord charging towards the title, and Feyenoord stumbling at that hurdle. Fortuna. Good performance by Ajax, trying to get that UEFA Cup place, but for them it's the mood of the moment for the Champions League. So PSV creep in front. Still games to be played, of course, in which PSV themselves could slip up. Although given the comparative form, you must make PSV now favourites. Monaco might be out of sight of the French league, but Paris Saint-Germain went to the island of Corsica seeking to finish in second place and get back into the Champions League. And Patrice Loco giving him a very good start, his 12th goal of the season, to make it 1-0. And then Bastia fighting back, finding Bernard Lama, over whom a shadow falls at the moment, having failed a second drop test. Proved positive again, and the French authorities still to decide on him, but playing well in this game with a free kick awarded. Moravcik, the Slovakian, taking the free kick and curling it beyond Lama. His 6th goal of the season, and exactly what Bastia needed. Bastia in 4th place in the league, and watching that ball curl in there, hoping they'll go higher. Free kick again for Bastia. Moravcik with it. And the header there, straight in by Silyak, right into the arms of a goalkeeper on form. Monaco well out in front, went to Bordeaux. Bordeaux having been knocked out of the French Cup recently. And then Blondeau with a 1-2 with Grassi. And Gilbert Baudin stopping Blondeau's shot. Bar inside, Diawara with a shot. A long ball here by Blondeau. Just touched inside. And the ball went into the side of the net. Again, Blondeau to Grassi. Baudin comes out, and the Swiss international slips the ball past the post. Petit losing the ball in midfield. Luca. Papa looking inside, wants to go himself, and touches that through. A quite audacious goal by a master. His 13th goal of the season. And the veteran still up to his old wiles. Watch him. Sheer impudence in that. 1-0 after 50 minutes. Monaco leading in the championship. Desperate to win the title, but very weak in balancing the counter-attacks and giving this man Papa so much freedom, keeping his cool, scoring his 2nd goal, 14th of the season. And at that stage the game did seem to be getting beyond Monaco. The fight back begins. Ikpiba right across. Schifo. Enzo Schifo, the man who's going to Anderlecht, putting that ball over the crossbar. The ball put in. Benalbia, header of Gremandi, and Gilbert Boda getting to that. Benalbia trying to go through, stupidly fouled at that stage. Penalty kick awarded. Enzo Schifo with it. 2-1, the final score. Nantes in the yellow going for their 26th unbeaten game. The ball played out and flicked away there. Rashke was deflected by Landreau. Now Rashke cross, header by Numa. Sonny Lydia, the ex-Paris Saint-Germain player. Then Strasbourg on the attack again. Numa taking the ball, and a very good save again by Landreau. This, the second half. Nantes in action, Endora. Slipped that ball to Makelele. Makelele with a shot, and Klein and goal. Dipping down to save. Still, the great effort by Claude Makelele. Made his debut for France very recently against Sweden. Just touched over, but it couldn't last. The pressure paid off. Gurvanek playing with Mazzoni. The ball comes to Leroux with a glorious left-footed shot. Scores the only goal of the game. Hasn't scored that often this season, only his fourth, but this one perhaps the most significant. Auxerre in white, playing here on a perfect pitch against Le Havre. Thrown by Goma there, the foul on Lamouchi. Free kick inevitably by Diomed. And the ball goes all the way through, but touched by the head of Silvestri. Gentle little touch there, only his second goal of the season. And the captain of the side delights the crowd as they go one up. The ball played back. Diomed gets a shot in, deflected by Revaux and cleared. Throw in Goma to Lasselon, to the far post to Le Paul, and again Revaux looking very athletic. Ball played by Villa to Saïb. Auxerre's play in midfield has always been a delight to watch. Saïb trying to go through. Deflection comes out, and he comes up, and sheer persistence pays off. The second goal for Auxerre, and Saïb's 7th of the season. So, French League, day 33. Significantly Monaco beaten, but they do have that lead in the league. A little buttress for them. Bastia and Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain have got to be very careful because of the surge, the amazing surge of Nantes. 26 games now unbeaten. Again, it seems to me the real fight is for second place. It is so close, Bastia, Nantes and Paris Saint-Germain. I think you could still put your money on Monaco winning the French championship. Bordeaux probably out of it now. Strasbourg, Auxerre, and then Metz. The cup game. Free kick for Montpellier in the white shirts here and the orange shorts, as Franck Sozy, one of the great veterans of French football, one of the best European midfield players in the last couple of decades, shooting, and the ball deflected by the Guingamp goalkeeper. Attack in the second half, Rouvière and Bakayoko putting that right across the goal by Montpellier. Well, it proved to be an off break rather than a leg break, and Montpellier suffered. into the second half. Ray combining with Carno. Last Powell comes in here for the shot, but a very weak one against Bruno Martini. And then a free kick. Carno putting the ball in, brilliantly saved by Martini. One of several excellent free kicks taken in the game. And a man who's played 34 times for France in goal, showing his true mettle. And then again, Carno giving advance notice perhaps of what was to eventually come. The free kicks coming in fast, and this time from Carno, Ray, Christopher Ray, the man he signed from Monaco at the beginning of the season on a loan for the season, scoring a goal. That came in extra time in the 109th minute. So they were confident. They held on. They did more than that. Corridon tried it first. And then Carno, with his delightful little chip, made absolutely sure that Guingamp would get in to the French Cup final for the first time in the history by 2-0. Laval might be from the second division, but against Nice in the darkest shirts here. Laval in the white had knocked out Monaco in the previous round. They weren't going to knock out Nice. From that Kubica cross, Denis drives it into the roof of the net. (1-0). Free kick for Laval. Shot of Pedron, brilliantly saved by Bruno Valanconi in goal. It wasn't to be the day for the young upstarts who had knocked out the leaders in the French First Division. Then a corner kick for Laval, and the goalkeeper came up. Everybody in the box, right at the death, and again a brilliant save by Valanconi. The excitement mounting, the ball hits the post, and as I said, Dame Fortune was smiling somewhere else that day. Madrid with a goal down in the team in the red. Seville scoring from Jose Marie in exactly 2 minutes. The ball beautifully put forward, and Jose Marie might just have been in an offside position, but he took it well. So Seville had shocked the league leaders. Again, they were in it for a second goal. Jose Maria puts it to Tebede. Shot by Tebede, saved. And up comes Olida, 2-0. 20 minutes gone. They could hardly believe it. Seville, the bottom team in the league. And there they were, 2 goals up. They still attacked. Free kick by Tebede, just going over. And then the fight back. Not entirely unexpected. The ball played through to Clarence Seedorf, and a Dutch international pulled one back right on the stroke of half-time. Here might have been offside, and the ball played forward there. But Clarence Seedorf didn't hang around for judgment. Second half. Sanchez puts it inside to Raul, and up comes the youngster to score his 19th goal of the season. And that made it level, 2 each. Then they started to pulverize this defense. Firstly, the shot by Clarence Seedorf. Then the free kick by Hierro. The corner by Calvo. In it comes, and the ball goes over the line from Hierro. And Fabio Capello screaming at his side to take hold of himself. As Hierro comes in, 2 goals behind they were, and now 3-2 up, 7 minutes remaining. And then Raul for Seedorf. In it goes to Mijatovic. And in injury time, they had put the game beyond any doubt. 4-2 the final score. Barcelona taking the throw in here against Valladolid. Lovely ball put in by Roger. Ronaldo gets up to it to score his 29th goal of the season in only 4 minutes. But that broad smile on his face would soon be wiped off, and perhaps they became a touch too complacent in having taken that lead. Valladolid back in attack there, and the ball being squeezed through after a lovely solo run by Fernando. 15 minutes from half-time. Very difficult angle indeed. He draws the goalkeeper to one side and cleverly wrong-foots him. Valladolid had taken the initiative into the second half. Long ball by Fernando all the way through, and what a way to start a second half against the contenders for the championship, as Fernandez got the final touch. All of 45 seconds it took for them to put the ball in the back of the net. Goalkeeper slightly blinded by that. Soto looking inside, no cover there for Fernandez. Beaten by a suffused perhaps with embarrassment. 3-1. And a defeat that perhaps torpedoes the last chance of Barcelona to catch Real Madrid. Betis in the green and white on the attack here against Zaragoza in white. And the first goal coming from Perez in only 5 minutes. Betis going very strongly in third place and cup finalists. Again, you'll be able to see on Eurosport against Barcelona. And there, a foul by Aguado, Infinity George. Penalty awarded after 28 minutes. The scorer, Alfonso Perez. Action by Zaragoza here, though. Free kick by Naim. Scored one of the most memorable goals in European Cup final history, as he made it 2-1. Then Infinity George coming through. He's never the greatest finisher, but always the maker of goals. Just scraping past that right-hand post. Now Lopez, as the ball is cut back to him, ought to have done better with his left foot. Ball put through a very slack-looking defense. Bellman comes out, takes Morientes out of it, and Aragon scores with a penalty kick. 2-2. A result Betis could scarce afford. Deportivo La Coruña on the attack here in the blue shirts against Compostela. Ball turned round there to Rivaldo, who sneaks it in for his 17th goal of the season. The only goal of the game came 3 minutes into the second half. That was now today 35. Tenerife in white against Betis again. As I said, Spanish Cup finalists, and a ball played there by Juanelli. And Betis desperately needing a good result now after slipping up at home, dropping a point. The ball played in, a deflection though by Jokanovic. Cana certainly got the shot in, claiming the goal, but a very distinct deflection by Jokanovic. By this time, Bobby Robson knew his fate. Another man was coming to Barcelona. His name, Louis van Gaal. So against Atletico Bilbao in the white and the red, they looked nervous at first. And then from that corner, the head by Abelardo, but the referee refused it because of a foul on the goalkeeper, Ex-Beria. Out he comes, and no chance of getting any really of the ball. He's almost suffocated, in fact. Then Ronaldo trying to get on, claims for a penalty here. The referee dismissed that, and Cinderella-like, he left something behind him. And it seems to be a penalty from there. Barcelona continued to attack. Giovanni with a header. And frustration beginning to tell very clearly. Ronaldo with a shot, brilliantly saved. And they wondered if they would ever break through. Well, they did. Second half. Shot by Guardiola from the free kick, and then Abelardo comes up, puts that in, 53rd minute. And the greying figure there of Bobby Robson, probably wondering where he might end up, and perhaps in English football next season. Rumours arrive. Then appeals for offside there as Giovanni puts it on for Ronaldo. Ronaldo just shrugs away any doubt and scores his 30th goal of the season. 2-0, a very badly needed victory for Barcelona. Logroño's in red and white against Deportivo La Coruña, and really up against it. Bonacill for Ronaldo. Foul of Canals on Ronaldo, and a penalty awarded. Logroño's players contesting that. Well, penalty easily judged by the referee there, and scored by Rivaldo from the spot, his 18th of the season. Then Ruben Sosa put through. Very difficult angle, brings out another fine save. But Logroño is giving the ball away too easily in this game, and Rivaldo drifting that in beautifully. His 19th of the season, 2-0 after 64 minutes. Logroño is in 21st place, Deportivo in 4th. Still looking for a UEFA Cup place, or perhaps more, as the ball breaks through to Ruben Sosa, and this time he does bury it. 16 minutes from the end. That made it 2-1. No more goals after this one. Atletico Madrid on the attack here with the red and white shirts against Valladolid. Good save there as Snyder shot the ball in, but Aguilera follows up. 21 minutes. It was the first goal of the game. A free kick, and Juan Carlos coming in with his head, not getting it properly, and an easy save. Snyder slips the ball through. Camarero picks it up, gets it back again, and despite the attempts of the defender to put that back, scores that goal 9 minutes from the end. Atletico 2 up. Now is Snyder again, doing well to get round the left-hand side, inside to Aguilera. 3-0 this time. 2 goals in 2 minutes. Then Valladolid coming back into the game near the end, 4 minutes from the end. Victor puts it inside. Everybody misses it except Quevedo. 3-1, but it was too late. The game well won by Atletico. Santander in white against Espanyol. Free kick by Zarasa. Deflected by Alberto. 4 minutes into the second half before that goal was scored. And he was delighted, although a distinct deflection accidentally. Espanyol on the attack. Ball comes down to the French international. Wadek puts it away. 1-0, and that was the final score. Compostela in 13th place in the blue and white. And there they were on the attack here as the ball is put through to Ohen. And that goal was scored in only 60 seconds. 1-0. Took up his position well. And totally deceived everybody with that change of direction. Corner by Rodriguez, the ball put in by Amato. That was in the second half, 60th minute, in fact. And that made it 1-0. Bad covering. Deserved goal for that as Ohen. The ball slipped from the side by Fabiano to Ohen. He slides it in. And 2-1 to Compostela. Then Ohen trying to go in here. Ball saved on the line by Rodriguez. And the Hercules player putting that right across Toledo to Arnato. And the ball comes off Yelena into his own goal. And doesn't he show it? 2-2 final score. Locan in 10th place against Lierse in yellow and black here. Lierse on the attack. Free kick by Van Meyer went to Peters. The Peters cross. And Rudy shoots very close to the post. Lierse 2 points in front of Bruges at the top. And going through a purple patch at the moment. Lierse still on the attack. Free kick to be taken by Hagdoran. Ball played in, a shot again by Rudy. Deflected by De Scriver. Then Hagdoran puts it across and a neat header by Van Meyer, his 11th goal of the championship. 1-0. Lierse getting good width to the play, but bad marking in defense, allowing Van Meyer to score that opening goal. Lokeren trying to fight back. Janssen, and there's an excellent stay by Stanley Menzo, former Dutch international keeper. Now the ball played through to Houston, to Schnucki, and he just misses. The defense beautifully split there. The ball should have been put in. Now Lokeren, bit of a scramble here. And there, deliberate foul. Cano red carded for that. (1-0) the final score. Anderlecht fourth, just behind Bruges. And here, Bruges playing the blue and the white, the blue. A lovely save. De Vliega just getting up to it. Nicely chested down and volleyed by Stylens. Now Anderlecht on the attack. Into the second half. Great save. And Verlinden does very well to keep his goal intact. Free kick by Van der Elst. Headed there by Verheyen to Kleisens. And Bruges had taken the lead after 66 minutes. This is always an intense game between these two clubs. And Bruges getting the better of it. Almost offering the ball to the cameraman. Anderlecht in reaction. Zetterberg, Swedish international, taking it off the crossbar. Well, Zetterberg deserved better than that. Couldn't do it though. FC Bruges win the game. Mouscron had caught the imagination of everybody by keeping up and near the top of the Belgian league. Really up against it in this game though. There they were playing against Germinal Ekkeren in 13th place. And Ekkering scoring that first goal as the ball goes in, an own goal in fact. What was to follow? Foul on Kienet. So Germinal to take that against the red-shirted Mouscron side. Skysons firing the ball in, and again a deflection in Penza, and including goals he scored against opposition, that makes the 12th time he's hit the net this season. So Germinal 2 goals up, a little fortuitously, to say the least. Now Descamps with a long ball to Hoffman, and Hoffman making it 3, quite incredibly. Nobody could believe this result in Mouscron, let alone the rest of Belgium. That ball is put in by Hoffman. Germinal playing away from home, and in 13th place, nobody gave them a chance. There they were, 3 goals up. At the other end, though, just before half-time, the ball played in, header by Lesiak, diminished that lead. That made it 3-1. Into the second half. German on an attack again. Ball by Rosinski to Hoffman to Kienet. And Kienet scores the 4th. Enjoying his reception. And that was the end, and perhaps the end of any outside chance of Mouscron winning the championship. FC Porto in the blue and white and giving silly goals away. Goal scored in 3 minutes there as Sergio Scheiner came in there. Savino deflected it, but Emmanuel coming up gets the shot in. The goal totally exposed, and that was 1-0 to Rio Ave. Then a shot off the post there, free kick by Porto by Fernando Mendes. Still they attacked, all of each with a cross. The Brazilian Jardel with a header. Man scoring his 24th goal since he arrived in Portuguese football. Into the second half, more of Porto. Santos dribbling and then slipping it past the post. Santos again. Jardel is inside, and this time the lanky player just loses his touch. Action by Rio Ave here. Martins taking the ball, floating it over, and that made it 2-1. And at that stage, this looked as if it would turn out to be one of the shock results of the season. But you can't discount this side. Paris, Jardel with a shot. Nelson gets back to it, headed by Rio Barros, and he's there again. Barros going round the outside to Santos. Conchacaya puts it inside, and they're driving it in. Rui Barros coming up. That made it 2-2 with 7 minutes of the game remaining. Then Porter going through again. Rui Barros almost there. The ball just deflected onto the bar and back into the hands